Welcome back to Hoppline and another review. This time it's the Slingwing V4, and there's already a lot of videos out there telling you how capable it is and what it can do. So this review will focus on the things it can't do. Just in case you missed it, there's an unboxing video in my channel, but there's one minor thing I missed, and that's the pocket on the side. Let's turn it around right here. And it's a Velcro pocket. And the thing is, it sticks to itself. So the Velcro sticks to the pocket, making it almost impossible to use. It's a minor thing and I still love the bag, but replacing the Velcro with a zipper would be a welcome improvement. So like I said, there's already a lot of really good reviews out on the internet, and most of them come to the conclusion that the Slingwing V4 is a really solid and good, if not superb wing, and I totally agree. I don't even think it's version 4, I think it's version 5 or 6, because we had two versions of version 3. We had the soft handles and the hard handles, and I think the Javelin is more or less a boom spin-off of the Slingwing. So I think it's version 6, and I think you can see this straight out of the box. It's a superb build quality, it's premium materials with really good handling on the water in most situations. The new handles are probably the best handles on the market. The pistol grip, the highly underrated pistol grip, is superb. I don't want to miss it ever again. And the oval shape of the handles give you the ability to manipulate the wing in so many situations, giving you even more control than you had ever before. So I totally agree with most of the reviews saying that the Slingwing V4 is a superior wing with superb handling, and I really had to look hard to find some downsides. And please keep in mind, this is all personal preference and every wing is a compromise. And I think the major task is to find the compromise that is tailored to your needs, your skill level and the conditions you're riding in. So to really understand the design behind the Slingwing, I think we have to take a closer look at the size charts. And we can break this down roughly into 4 blocks. The first block being the smaller wings, where the aspect ratio almost stays the same. So they are growing in the wingspan, but at the same time the depth is growing, and like I said, aspect ratio is staying the same. On the second block, the aspect ratio is slowly dropping, so the wingspan is growing, but the depth is growing a little bit more, giving you a bigger surface area. And then we have the third block where the wingspan stays the same and the depth is growing, so aspect ratio is dropping further. And last but not least, on block number 4, the wingspan increases slightly. So for my personal quiver, I usually pick 2 wings, one from block number 1 and one from block number 2. I usually start off with a 4.5 being my bread and butter wing, and then I add a 3.5 or a 3 square meter wing, which are the most fun to ride actually. So for this review, I bought a 4.5 square meter wing. It's recommended for 15 knots and above, and as long as you stay in this wind range, it's a really solid and superior wing. It's slightly orientated towards freestyle, it's got superb hang time, really nice control, and like I said, the handles are, in my opinion, the best on the market. Being only 174 centimeters tall, I always try to ride smaller wings so the wingtips are not catching the water in lower winds than actually recommended. So being honest to myself, 90% of the year I'm actually riding in suboptimal conditions with low winds, gusty winds, I have the current from the river, so a perfect wing for me needs to get me on foil quick and easy in low winds. And this is where the Slingwing V2 and the Slingwing V3 were really good. So I kept them for a really long time. They had a lot of grunt, low end power, getting me on foil quick, convenient and easy. But I think with the V4, the DNA of the Slingwing slightly changed from being a really good beginners to intermediate wing towards an intermediate to professional wing, cutting down on the low end but giving you so much more capabilities towards freestyle and speed. Further, I think Slingshot tried to integrate a loose leash concept from windsurfing into the Slingwing V4, giving it more power, more control, more hang time with easy handling at the same time, and I think it really works. But the center strut is a little longer, sticking out at the bottom, making it almost impossible for me to put the center strut on the board and reaching up to the top handle and holding the wing like a sail. This is a really personal problem, but I'm using this technique quite often. Here in the background you can see Dietmar. He's putting the center strut on his board, reaching up to the top handle, holding the wing like a sail to catch as much wind as possible to go up against the current. So also for me as a small person sitting on the board, the center strut seems to stick into the water. So with no wind or low windy days, I have to manually lift up the wing above my head and hold it, because otherwise it would be sticking in the water and being pushed towards me by the current. So to put it all together, I think the Slingwing V4 is a really solid wing. I think it has the best handle system on the market so far, but it's tailored a little bit more towards intermediate and advanced riders, giving you more freestyle capabilities, a lot more hang time and speed, but at the same time sacrificing a little bit of low end. And this is only an issue if you, like me, try to ride below the recommended wind range. So I hope you really enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, use the comments below. I can't wait to get myself a smaller version of the Slingwing V4 and especially the upcoming NXT version with the Alula material. So don't miss out on the next review, subscribe, and hopefully see you soon on this channel.